Hello and welcome into another pregame show here on the channel. What is going on? I am Matt O'Leary riding solo today. Our guy Connor Long is going to be at MetLife Stadium with, I'm sure, many of you and many Jet fans. I am slightly envious of scrolling through Twitter, watching everyone tailgate and have a good time, but I am excited to be here covering this game from the Casa de O'Leary. Very pumped up for this one as it's the home opener between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. As we start to file in here, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the stream. Our guy Connor said he's going to try to call in later, so hopefully we get him on the show. If not, totally understandable, but hopefully get to see a nice New York Jets win in the home opener here. Exciting times after a big win on the road in Tennessee. We will update you guys when we have the inactives. I would expect CJ Mosley to be one of the inactives, but we will have all that covered. I am pumped up for this one. And what better way to start a live stream, a pregame live stream, than going to the phone line and going with our resident caller, Doug in the room, who may or may not be also on the couch. We on the couch or what?
No, I'm in my gaming chair. I'm in the room. So the couch was in my living room, but over the summer, like when I was away one weekend, my TV broke, and I had to switch to a different TV in my room, and now I'm using the TV in my room. So I don't go on the couch much, but I promise from a Jets win, I will call on Jace to post game tonight. If the Jets win, I will call from the couch. So
okay, good. Now, if the Jets start off bad in this game, which I don't want to see to happen, will you change the vibes and like make your way to the couch?
I change the vibes after everything. Like I'll change shirts. I'll do everything. Like
okay.
I'm a good guy. I know I have absolutely zero to do with the game, but I believe
that's not true.
Yeah.
That is not true in the slightest. You got to change the seat sometimes.
I 100% believe like, whoa. You know, I changed this shirt, not good. Change the shirt. Wow, they started playing good. I'm sitting in a certain spot, so you got to stay in that certain spot when they're playing well. It has effects, you know. I think, oh man, if I didn't go to this game versus I did go to this game, who knows what would happen? I definitely have effect on the Jets fans have outcomes on the effect of the game. I won't say me personally, but us as Jets fans have outcomes on the games. Like I have a flag, I put it on the bed, I change a spot. Like, you know, I got to figure out where things go. Good mojo, but I'm not overly worried. It sucks Connor's not here because I was going to ask Connor, in your lifetime, do you remember an actual meaningful Jets Patriots game?
I would be surprised if he remembers 2015, right? Like he's got to be pretty young for that now.
You're saying the first year he remembers of Jets football is the McCown year. So that's after 2015.
That's 2 years after, yeah.
And then my personal favorite memory as a Jets fan, the 2010 AFC divisional game, especially in a family of Patriots fans, that was a chef's kiss, especially because they got their asses beat 45-3 in the season. And that was like a really good Patriots team. The Patriots all thought, oh, yeah, this is going to be another Super Bowl team. We went into there, and then we kicked we didn't kick the shit out of them, but we dominated that game. We controlled the game. It was never in doubt. Praise. Please. Awesome.
Now, that's why I'm rocking the 92 Sean Ellis jersey, because that reminds me of that 2010 playoff game. He had a big play in it.
Cool logo.
There you go. Perfect. See, we're on the same mindset. We got to have the positive mojo. So I'm trying to go like 2010 style. You went old logo. What's the vibe for today? So how are you feeling for this one? You said you're not too nervous.
I don't feel nervous. I think we're going to win. If we don't cover the spread, I won't be shocked because 6.5 is always big in the NFL. It's very different from college lines and stuff. But I think if they just play the defense that teams played against us last year, we'll win. Stack the box and dare them to beat you. Jalen Polk, I think, can become good, but he's not there yet.
No.
Just like make sure Hunter Henry's covered, and then that's it. Like I'm willing, but I'm okay giving Hunter Henry, like if Hunter Henry has what he did last week, the 10 receptions for 100 yards and no touchdowns, I'm fine with that. Like, as long as you stack the box and like stop Ramondre Stevenson, then you're fine. That's what I think.
That's their entire offense. I was going to say Hunter Henry and Ramondre Stevenson. So I was going to pull it up.
Like I'd rather, like I said, they had like, I think Hunter Henry had like 10 receptions, 100 and something yards last week. If they want to keep
on the year, Hunter Henry has 10 catches for 127. The next leading receiver in terms of receptions is Ramondre Stevenson at 5. No wide receiver has more than 4. They don't throw to their wide receivers. The entire offense, a passing offense, is to Hunter Henry, and they're going to run the shit out of the football with Ramondre Stevenson.
So, like I said, just do what defenses did against us last year. Stack the box and say, go beat us, Jacoby Brissett. Because he's not going to make the mistakes, but like he's not going to make any like wow plays or anything. People look back to his stats. Oh, look at how he played with us against us the last couple of years he's played. Last year, the Washington game, we just took our foot off the gas against the Commanders. Like that shouldn't have been close. And then when he played with Cleveland, he had a good team around him. He had a healthy Nick Chubb. He had Amari Cooper. He had a very good offense around him. And then so it was hard. Like it was easy to make it look easy. I mean, I can't say that because Deshaun Watson has looked awful in that offense. But like he had weapons. The Patriots just don't have the weapons to scare you.
That's what Beantown Breakdown is saying here. You want to know how to beat the Patriots team, Matt? You stack the line and make Brissett throw 30 times. So, I agree.
Brissett's a smart guy. He's not going to give you like the stupid Will Levis turnovers that you got last week. So just be smart. Don't take stupid penalties. And it's not the Belichick Patriots. Like we don't know how they're on the Mayo Patriots. And from all I'm reading so far, it's going to be a madhouse. It's like 95-5 Jets fans. So it's going to be crazy. The atmosphere is going to be crazy. It's going to be a good time. Home opener. It's hard not to get again. I think we'll win. If we don't cover, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. The only thing that would surprise me if we lose is if we lose this game, honestly.
Yeah, I have it. So I have the Jets winning, but the Patriots covering. I think it's gonna be like a 24-20 kind of game because they played 2 very tight games. The loss went to overtime. They upset Cincinnati. I hope it's like a 45-10 game. I've seen some like very excited Jet fans being like, they're winning by double digits. They're gonna blow them out. I'm not quite there yet, but I would love to see that happen.
The game I do love for a blowout is the Denver game, though.
Which I'll be in attendance for. I'm pumped up for that, man.
Because I think, the 10 days off after the 3 games in 11 days, and Denver is awful going up against a rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, and he's looked horrendous. Although it would be funny if somehow Zach Wilson also got into that game. It's not going to happen because I think Stidham's the backup anyway. But if somehow Zach Wilson had to play in that game, that would be hilarious. But yeah, no, I think that. But I expect us to win. I don't think it should be a crazy. It's going to be an ugly game, I think.
Me too.
I do think you're going to see the offense look more fluid. Like Rodgers said, it's an acclimation process. It's a long season. Just don't look bad. Well, not bad, but you know what I mean. Like they do have a good second. The Patriots have a good defense. They're opportunistic. Yep. So, but Rodgers is also not going to make the stupid mistakes. And our O-line has been incredible. So, like, I'm not worried about that. And also, back to the Patriots, their O-line's beat up. Like, the entire left side is out. Andrews has a hip thing. Onwenu is also a little banged up. So, for these young guys who have to step up, big opportunity tonight.
It is a big opportunity. But before I let you go, do you have a score prediction here? We got a line in the wait coming up in the chat. Wanted to hop in. So
I'm going to say 24-16 Jets. So they will cover. Well, no, they're going to cover. Let's go 20-13.
So they're covering then.
Oh, 20-14. There you go.
Okay, so push. They're perfect.
Yeah, it's a push. 20-14 or 21-14. Maybe they do cover. I don't know. It's going to be the under is like the over under is like 38.5. I would expect this game to go under.
Beautiful. I love it. Doug, thank you so much. Enjoy the game. Appreciate you calling in and being the first one as always.
Never not going to happen as long as I'm able to call in the pre-games.
I love it. Good stuff. We're going to keep the train rolling here. Thank you to Doug. We're going to go to Will up next. He's on the railroad, it looks like. Are you heading to the game, Will?
Not the game, but I am going to meet some buddies in the city at a bar to watch the game. So not as good, but going to be fun. But yeah, just wanted to hop in. Don't want to bug the train too much, so I'll be quick. But I heard you talking on your video earlier, and it seems like you had seen the Tony Vegas like DM from a friend who, was at Temple, and I guess he was his roommate, and said that Hassan Reddick was waiting these 3 weeks, because he, less chance of injury in the short weeks. But like here's where I am. I mean, Will McDonald played well. I'm happy about that, but I mean, at the end of the day, you just can't roll out McDonald, Clemens, tag. Like, it just, you know,
Sorry, Will, we were dropping you there, lost connection, but on the Reddick conversation and the Will McDonald side of things, Will McDonald had a great performance in week 2 against the Tennessee Titans, and I think he's going to have another big performance tonight against a beat up offensive line, especially on the left side of the offensive line. With New England, Doug pointed it out, left tackles out, left guards out. So it's a rookie left tackle starting for the New England Patriots tonight. And I think that's going to be a big factor for now looking at when we could possibly see Hassan Reddick come back. I'm hoping, like, he had that cryptic tweet today. I'm hoping something gets done and maybe by like the London game, he'd be able to come back, but I'm not holding my breath here. When it happens, it'll happen. But as you pointed out, Will McDonald played well in week 2. Sorry we dropped you there, Will. Hopefully you enjoy the watch party. But we'll keep the calls going. Let's go out to Donald up next. Donald, how are you, my friend?
What's up? What's up?
What are you thinking for this game today?
Man, we're gonna smoke them. New England ain't got no chance against us. New England ain't got a better offense and defense than the Jets, so we're gonna smoke them.
I agree with you. I think, looking at the Patriots offense, they don't really have a lot of weapons. I think we know what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to run the ball a lot in this game. And if the Jets run defense looks like they did in the second half of the game against Tennessee, then I think they'll be in a good spot. But I'm with you. So you think it's going to be a potentially a blowout win tonight, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'm putting it that way. I bet on that. It's going to be like 30-15.
30-15. Okay, I like that. I hope you're right. If the Jets put up 30 points offensively tonight, I will be a very, very happy man.
Yeah, they will. Cause what's McCall is supposed to be coming back to our lineup anyways.
Mike Williams more on offense?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Okay.
Mike Williams supposed to be coming back, and the one that was trying to say he didn't want to play with us.
Oh, Reddick.
Yeah, he's coming.
You think he's gonna come?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Donald, I hope you enjoy the game tonight, and hopefully it's a New York Jets victory.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be definitely a New York Jets victory. We 1-1, so we're gonna be 2-1. I got all my confidence in them. The quarterback we got, he's gonna show his ass today for real.
I think we get a big Aaron Rodgers day. I'm with you on that. I think it's
all they gotta do just let him go. Let him go. Just let him go. Let him do what he do. He want to do all the play. He wants to do all the play calling. Let him do the play calling. Because I think, to my knowledge, that'd be the best thing to do, anyways.
I love it, Donald. Thanks for calling in. Enjoy the game tonight.
You too.
I love it. Good stuff there. We'll keep the calls rolling. Love it. We got a nice log in here. We can go out to, I believe it, Omigle next, or Omigle. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but
Omigle. It's not my real name. It's just a username. But big fan for you, man. Couple of years. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you coming through. What are you thinking for this game tonight?
I think we have to pass to set up the run. Like, as a Jets fan, it's so frustrating. Run, pass. Like, why not just get a quick play action or something? Like, even if we check it down to Breeze for 5 yards, they'll start to open up the pass game. I mean, the run game by setting up the pass.
I agree with you. The New England run defense has looked pretty strong through the first 2 games, and the Jets have been a little conservative, I think, with Rodgers so far. So I think this is a game where you air him out a little bit more. Maybe not like 45, 50 times, but I think he could throw 35 to 40. I think that's the range I'm looking for.
Nah, for sure. We can get it 30, and then we can get maybe the running game 25 around there.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm in on that. And I liked seeing both Breece Hall and Braylon Allen getting rushes last week. I think that was a welcome change for me.
I would love to have it like how Green Bay had the committee with Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon like that.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think that's a nice thing to have, a nice 1-2 punch. And Braylon Allen's a big guy, kind of like what AJ Dillon's there,
Yep.
bigger back. And I think last week he showed that he can catch the ball as well. So versatile piece. I would expect to see him more this week than a week ago. But anyone else you're looking for in particular tonight?
Looking forward, I'll say Mike Williams, just because I feel like he could help open up the offense. Like, how many snaps do you think he's gonna play? Like, I haven't heard much throughout the week.
Yeah, so good question. I know in week 1 he played, I believe it was 9 snaps, and then obviously that went up a week ago. He finally had his first catch in week 2. Here, I'll pull it up and see how many he had last week. He played 37, so he played 65% of snaps. Wow. That's a big increase. I would think he gets more than 1 catch today. I'm going to say maybe
I hope so.
Three catches for Mike Williams today.
We might need him to step up because Christian Gonzalez might lock up Garrett Wilson. It is a possibility.
Yeah,
I love Garrett,
Christian Gonzalez is a good corner. There's no denying that. So in that first matchup a year ago, Garrett had a quiet game. Now that was part of it had to do with Zach Wilson didn't play.
Oh yeah, of course.
Too, so, but yeah, I agree. Any like score prediction or anything like that for this one?
I have the same. I would say like 21-18 or like something like low 20s.
Okay, yeah. I like it. Thanks for calling in, and I hope you enjoy the game tonight.
Been a big fan for you of your show and what you've been doing. You're a good dude, man. Just keep it up, man.
Thank you. Thanks for supporting my work. It really means a lot.
You're welcome. Have a great one, dude.
All right, you too, man. Good stuff. Let's go out next to Dan calling in from Atlanta. Dan, what's going on, man?
What's up, Matt? How we doing?
Doing good. Excited for this one. How we feeling?
I'm fired up, dude. Got through work, just got home, ready to watch the Jets kick the Pats' ass. It's a good day.
It sounds like good day. What jersey are we rocking today? Is it Garrett Wilson?
So I'm rocking the OG Garrett Wilson jersey.
I like it. See, that shows that you're original. That's what he said too. Like you supported me as I have one of those. I was thinking about rocking the Garrett today, but I decided to go with the vintage Sean Ellis today.
Nice. There we go. Yeah, I got a Revis one hanging up in my closet too. So we'll see which one I bring out for game time. But for now, going with Garrett.
I like it. So any thoughts or prediction? Like, how do you think this plays out tonight?
I mean, I really hope that we just smoke them. My heart is saying we smoke them, but my mind is saying we win like 24-20.
Yeah, that was my.
I mean, either way, it wins a win, but I really hope we just take it to them.
I would love to see that just because obviously the years that they tormented the Jets and they haven't beat them at home since the 2015 game so many years ago. I just think with how New England's looked the first 2 weeks, like I can't count them out. I think it'll be tight. I agree. 24-20 was my score prediction, but man, wouldn't it be nice to just see him put up a 30 spot and blow him out?
It'd be so nice. But I agree with that last caller. I feel like this is going to be like a big Mike Williams or Allen Lazard game. I feel like Garrett's going to be strapped up by Gonzalez all game. I don't know. I guess the running backs too. I think they'll have a big game too, but not on the ground. I think Rodgers is going to be throwing them a lot.
Yeah, I definitely see that. And for like Mike Williams, who I know we brought up, like he had a huge catch on the final drive in that game a week ago.
Massive catch.
Yeah, huge. It was one of the biggest plays of the game. I think, again, like I said to last guy, I think if you get him like 3 to 5 catches, that's the recipe for tonight, because I don't think you're going to be able to target Garrett Wilson, double-digit times this game. I just don't think he'll be open as much.
For sure. I agree.
Love it. Dan, thanks for checking in with us. Hope you enjoy the game.
Thank you, man. You too.
Love it. Good stuff from Dan there, calling in from Atlanta. And we got Tanner on the line next, so we'll go out to Tanner. How are you, my friend?
How's it going, Matt?
Doing good. You excited for tonight? How are we feeling?
Great. Yeah, very excited. Just finished a run. Had to, sweat it out before the Coors Lights get going later at kickoff. But, yeah, really looking forward to tonight. Looking for a bounce back in some of the sloppier areas. I'm looking for a clean game penalty-wise. I don't want to be shooting ourselves in the foot. And I'm looking to come out early. I mean, I know Hackett likes to kind of slowly establish the plays, the playbook, but I would really prefer, we come out with an opening score drive kind of game and have New England try to chase instead of the other way around.
Yeah, I really agree with that. I think if the Jets win the toss, I know they like to put their defense on the field, but I think I'd receive and try to go down the field and go up 7 points because this New England offense, they're not built to like throw their way back into the game.
No.
I think if it actually plays in their favor if it's a lower scoring, like grinded out game with how they play offensively. But if they get down 10-0, they don't really have the tools to get back into it.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Also looking for bounce back game from Sauce. In that vein, I can't watch him take another. I don't know how many yards he let up last game, but I don't know. If we're talking low scoring, grinded out game, I don't want to have him have bad stats. I want to have a nice clean Sauce game, vintage Sauce game tonight.
I think he bounces back. And honestly, you mentioned Sauce. I wouldn't be opposed to putting him against Hunter Henry a little bit. They did that in his rookie year. They had him guarding Mark Andrews in his first game. I think he's their biggest, passing option. So why not have him shadow?
Yeah, I was hearing they like to. I haven't watched the Pats game yet, really, this year, but I know that they've been doing some interesting things with Henry as well, like out of the backfield, doing some things. I've heard some creative things. So I hope Ulbrich and the guys are ready for that. I'm
with you. Do you have a score prediction for this one?
Yeah, I really think this game's going under. I'm not going to take it because I can't sit there and I want to see my guys put up numbers, but I'm thinking 24 to 13. I'd give them a touchdown and 2 kind of meaningless field goals there, but I'm not looking for it to be much closer than that.
I like it, and that would be a Jets cover. I would like the Jets to cover. I think I said to last guy, I have it 24-20. I just think that they played tight and been kind of stingy this year, but who knows? Maybe things change. Maybe the Jets look a little bit better at home. Both their games on the road. I think the crowd gets them amped up tonight.
True. I like that they've had 2 games away. They're coming. Them last year. I was nervous for that first. Just coming in with all these new guys coming right in under the lights at home. I was nervous. I'm excited. They've established a bit of something. They've been ramping it up. Coming home. They're on a good trajectory to have a nice statement win tonight against an in-division one. Divisional.
Absolutely. Tanner, I appreciate you checking in with us. Enjoy the game tonight.
Thanks, Matt. You too. Go Jets.
Go Jets. Love it. Good stuff to everyone hanging out. You can still call in, but we'll get into the super chat and the chats right now. We got first super chat of the day. The Dominican Destroyer says flying to Alaska, but rocking Jets gear 2710. Love that. Hopefully you can follow along, either watch the game or follow along on obviously you have internet if you're checking in with us on the show. Appreciate you checking in, and hopefully you get a nice win. 27-10. That would be good. A 17-point win at home. Nice, easy cruise to victory. Man, sign me up. That sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. SG31 Black. He's a member of the channel. We appreciate you, SG. He says, Chuck Clark got to play better tonight. I agree. I spent a lot of the offseason talking about how I thought Chuck Clark would be an upgrade to the Jets safety room, and that hasn't been the case yet. I'm not selling my Chuck Clark stock. He did have a really tough play in that game against Tennessee. Just looking at it, he should have came up with the interception on that touchdown pass to oh my God, why am I blanking on the name? Will Levis threw a touchdown pass to oh my God, the guy they just brought in, Calvin Ridley, and Sauce Gardner in coverage seemed like shocked that it got there and that it was caught. That was really the big play that went against Sauce Gardner. And I believe it was like 6 catches for 96 yards he allowed, or 5 catches for 96 yards, which is very un-Sauce Gardner-like. I think it gets back to like 1 catch for under 20 yards is going to be my guess, just because, again, they don't use their wide receivers at all. Looking at their leading wide receivers, it's KJ Osborne at 4 catches for 28 yards. Jalen Polk has 3 catches for 18 yards and a touchdown. And Demario Douglas, 2 catches for 12 yards. So their leading wide receiver in receiving yards is 28. They have 270 passing yards through the first 2 games of the year. Jacoby Brissett threw for, what was it, 167 in an overtime game? No, 149 in the overtime game, 121 in week 1. 24 passing attempts in week 1, 27 in week 2. So I'm with you on that. All right, let's get back into the chat, see what you guys are talking about. Sped checks in, says, I don't like how okay the Pats have looked through 2 weeks. What are y'all's thoughts on that? Yeah, they've surprised me. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I thought this was going to be a team that would be one of the top 2 teams picking in the draft. I thought it would be the Patriots and the Panthers battling it out for who would be the worst team in the NFL. And the Panthers have very much so looked like the worst team in the league. Now, they made a quarterback change. Maybe Andy Dalton, the veteran presence, they look a little bit better. I'm not buying it. I just think that's a bad roster, and they got some work to do. But they played tough. They won on the road in Cincinnati. I know the Bengals start every year slow, but that's still an impressive win. And then against Seattle, they took them to overtime, and they put up 20 points in that game. The defenses look good, especially against the run. So I don't think we should be dismissive of the Pats. The Jets are, the better team. They have a better roster and quarterback, but like I don't think I'm gonna just sit here and be like, yeah, Jets are blowing them out tonight. I'm not there yet. I hope I'm wrong. Meadowland Swamp Thing says Braylon Allen or Zach Moss, sit or start. Ooh, good question. All right. So Zach Moss, I believe, had a good week 1. Let's see. How did Moss end up doing in week 1? Let me pull up his numbers. He has 78 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, he had the touchdown in week 1. Last week against Kansas City really struggled. 12 for 34. Why not go Allen? If they get down by the goal line, I wouldn't be surprised if Allen rushes one in. I'm not sold on Zach Moss yet in Cincinnati. So let's go Braylon Allen. Why not? Blitz Crew's hanging with us. Blitz Crew, what's going on? Excited to see Blitz Crew and the rest of the guys out there for the Talking Jets outing next week against Denver in 10 days. I'll be there for the Jets Broncos. Myself, Ryan Greenbean, will be hanging out. If you guys are interested in hanging with us, our tailgate with Tailgate Joe is in Lot E. So that's where we will be before the game. He says, Breece statement game tonight. Let's see if Sherwood has another good game in. Yeah, Breece Hall, I think, has had a relatively slow start. And that's so funny to say that because he has 2 touchdowns in 2 games, right? Like he has 14 carries for 62 yards against Tennessee and had 7 catches for 52 yards. And we're like, and a touchdown. We're like, he's had a little bit of a slow start. But I think Breece will have more receiving yards than rushing. I'll say he has like 50 rushing yards and 60 to 70 receiving yards. But I think he gets in the end zone. I would bet Breece Hall to get in the end zone for a 3rd time tonight. NY Jet Superfan saying, what's up? What's going on, guys? Meadowland Swamp says, I'll do it and hold you accountable for the result, positive or negative. All right. The pressure is on. So watch Zach Moss going to go out and rush for 2 touchdowns, and I'll look like the jerk. But I don't know. Why not roll with Braylon? I drafted Braylon in the last round in one of my fantasy drafts. Due to some injuries, I did end up dropping him. Not that I was going to start him last week anyway, but I did have it in me to draft him and give him a shot. Dave from New Brunswick says, when did they announce actives and inactives? Possible Leonard Taylor game. Yeah, when it gets a little bit closer. So I'm going to say we've been on for a half hour. I'm going to guess around the 45-minute or hour mark is when we begin to see the inactives and actives. For Leonard Taylor, man, I think we'd be more likely to see Eric Watts active than Leonard Taylor. And that's nothing against Taylor. It's just because they lost Jermaine Johnson. They did make an elevation, though. They elevated, I believe it was Jalen Holmes earlier today. I'll pull that up to confirm who they actually elevated. The Jets have tweeted up a million times today. Yeah, here we go. Let's pull up the tweet first. Oh, nope. So we have signed Jalen Holmes to the active roster, and we have elevated a linebacker, Marcelino McCray Ball. To me, I feel like that tells me that CJ Mosley's not going to play today. I'd be surprised if Mosley plays, which is fine. I think Sherwood has looked good, and it looked like, to me at least anyway, that the defense played a little bit faster with Jamie and Sherwood. All right, back to the calls. BMAC is up next. We'll go out to BMAC. What's going on? How are you?
Hey, Matt. I just want to hop on real quick and chat a bit before the game starts. A little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but I think this game is gonna be a lot closer than what people think. Even though I hate to say it, but I think it's gonna be like a 20-14 ball game. I think the Jets are gonna hold on and and escape. The Patriots are pretty good, underrated. I mean, they've been really playing scrappy football for the last 2 games. So, and I think they're gonna put up a fight, but I do think the Jets pull one out.
So, do you have like a score prediction or this one? Because I agree. I think it's going to be a tighter game than some people are realizing here.
Yes. I think 20-14. That's my prediction.
20-14. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would, I would take any win. Obviously, BMAC. Like, I just want to get the Jets to get in the win column. But it would be nice the first 2 weeks of the year, the Jets have scored 3 touchdowns in each of their first 2 games. I would love to see that rolling. So if they get more than 20 points, sign me up for that. But are we watching Law and Order in the background? We going the full BMAC experience?
No, well, right now I'm watching Friday Night Lights right now.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Should have known it.
Yes. But I do got the game on Prime. I do got Prime, so I will be watching the game tonight. You know what I mean? So
okay,
in a little bit. But I do. I hope I hope we see the Jets. I want to see the passing game get loose tonight. I want to see Rodgers sling it and get them in a rhythm, get them going. I think this is the perfect time to do it. I do not want to see that run, pass. That's kind of annoying. And we, you know what I mean? And they did that last year with Zach Wilson. Like, this is not Zach Wilson at quarterback no more. This is Aaron Rodgers now. I know he's, he's a little bit, rusty, but last week, like from week 1 to week 2, he has improved and he has been getting better. And I think he's going to continue to get better. So get him going. I want to see Mike Williams, more in this game too. I think Junior need to unlock him and get him involved. And because I think the Patriots secondary is gonna really key on Garrett Wilson. And I know that Gonzalez guy, he's been really good as I heard, and I think he's gonna. Not saying that Garrett Wilson won't get his because he will. But I think that them keying on Garrett Wilson, I think it's a perfect time to get Mike Williams in and get him open him up more and get him more targets.
I like that. Mike Williams had a huge catch in the game last week. He went up and high pointed a ball. I would like to see him in the red zone. Maybe throw a goal line fade up to Mike Williams for a touchdown. I could see that one tonight.
Yeah, so that's my. And then one question before I quickly, because I know you got other calls. I see a lot of Rodgers criticism lately today and through the national media, and a lot of people have been saying, well, I think this. I get it. He's in Rodgers. He's going to have a ton of expectations. You know what I mean? But people are saying that he hasn't looked that sharp the last 2 games. He's looked old. He's not been an MVP in Rodgers, and I just think that look, give the guy a break. You know what I mean? Like this is like his first. Like he hasn't played football in 2 years. Of course he's gonna be rusty. I mean, I expected him to be rusty. Like I wasn't expecting him to go out there and light up for like 400 and 5 touchdowns, you know what I mean, if you want to be realistic. But I just think that like people like I think that people hold him to such a high standard. And if he doesn't reach those like let's say tonight, like if he has like a average game, like 2 touchdowns and 240 yards. Well, he didn't throw for 300 yards and and 4 touchdowns. So that means he's falling off a cliff. Like what's your response to how he's being graded these last 2 games?
Yeah, I think they've been a little bit harsh on him because while he hasn't looked like vintage Rodgers, like we haven't seen a 300-yard game or anything like that, I think he's came up with some pretty big throws in some big spots. The final drive against Tennessee to get them down the field and score a touchdown there was big. The free play touchdown in week 1, the throw to Allen Lazard in week 1 on the left sideline. Like there's been some really good flashes to me from Rodgers. So I'm not worried about him in the slightest. I think he'll be fine. And I think, the more he plays, he'll get in better rhythm and timing with his wide receivers. That he's, it's all new. They haven't been in game situations yet together. So I'm not worried in the slightest. I think they'll be fine.
And if you really look at it, like, I know technically it's year 2 for him, but it's really year 1 for him in this offense. Because again, last year 4 snaps, so they barely get to play, together. And then again, new pieces. On offense, of course, you got except Allen Lazard, because him and Lazard have played together since in the Green Bay days. But Garrett Wilson, and then you got new faces like Malachi Corey, Braylon Allen, who looked great the last game. And then of course you got Brees Hall. So I just think people need to realize that view this year as a year 1 instead of year 2, because it is year 1 for him in this offense. So I think people need to see that. So
great point, BMAC. I appreciate you calling in and checking in. Enjoy the game tonight. All right.
Yep.
Love it. Good stuff. We're gonna get back to the calls in just a second. I just wanted to pull up the inactives list is out, so I just wanted to pull that up and talk about that for a second. All right, here we go. Looking at the inactives: Max Mitchell, Carter Warren, same Izzy Abanikanda, Eric Watts, Jarek Bernard-Converse, and CJ Mosley is officially inactive. So that means that Leonard Taylor is active for this game. That was a big question. A lot of people were wondering if Leonard Taylor was going to be inactive or not. I guess I was wrong. I said I thought Eric Watts, there was a chance that he would be inactive over Taylor, but it's the opposite. Leonard Taylor is going to be on the active roster. CJ Mosley out. So expect Jamie Sherwood to get a ton of playing time today. And he looked good last week, so he's going to need another repeat performance. Abe's been waiting. He's in the car. Abe, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing well. What's your feel for this game today?
I mean, they've been talking about it in the chat. It's a little bit of Jets PTSD. I can't lie. Is my connection good? Do I sound okay?
Oh, you're coming through. Yeah, your video's coming through great. Your audio is a little tough, but we hear you.
Okay, word. Yeah. Last time I called actually was a little over a year ago. It was before the Jets Giants game, and I was actually in a place of terrible connection, and you had to cut the call short. So I'm hoping that tonight I sound like a little bit better.
You're coming through clear, which is good.
Perfect. Yeah, no, like I was saying, like it's a little bit of Jets PTSD. I mean, hey, we've been through a lot, so it's, I don't know, I mean, like like Garrett Wilson says, till the wheels fall off. Like I'm gonna ride with this team, but you can't help like just a little bit of worry right there,
Yeah, I understand the worry, and like you said, it's almost Jets PTSD in a way. They haven't beaten the Patriots at home in almost 10 years, so it's hard for fans to shake that, I think. So it's totally understandable.
I mean, I got all the faith in the world, and I forget who was saying it. I don't know if it was Green Bean or BJF or something, but the game versus the Niners, looked, it was a shaky game, didn't go the way we wanted to, but the game last week versus the Titans, a little bit less shaky, still a little bit, but we definitely looked better. I mean, we got screwed with the awful JJ injury. Hope he's okay, and I hope he can recover well. But this is the next man up league. We gotta, and this coaching staff. I mean, we have our things with Salah and everything, but I mean the defensive coaching staff, they've at least they've at least given us something that we could be confident about. So I think we could figure it out. I just really hope that they stack the box. They take away Ramondre Stevenson and they make Brissett beat us with his arm.
I agree with you. I think that's the key to victory for this one is they're going to have to make Brissett throw to get back in this game. Now, you mentioned Jermaine Johnson being out, who do you think is going to have to step up? Is it Will McDonald again, or are you looking for somebody else to have a big game?
I hope so because like the last year, since Will McDonald was drafted, a lot of people have had things to say about Will McDonald. They're like, oh, like so I think some people have been like he's a bust, he sucks, and I mean, listen, I agree. Like maybe he wasn't the pick. He shouldn't have been the pick at the time. Like I remember when the pick came through. Like I was at work and I was sitting there like, oh, we got a defensive end. Like yeah, sure. Like we definitely could have used JSN or one of the other receivers and I mean maybe one of the linemen, even though like Broderick Jones apparently and some of the other guys like they haven't looked like all that. But I mean, hey, he had a very nice game on Sunday. I hope he can continue to build on that. I hope like in his head he's saying like this is my time. Like I got to step up now. JJ did it his second year, and now it's my turn. And Coach White, Cotton, Ulbrich, and Saul like they can get the best out of the D linemen. So I hope he does. Like I hope he steps up. And I'm actually really like the inactive list just came out, and it was nice to see that Leonard Taylor III is active. So, if they try to run it up the middle, maybe him, Kinlaw, and Quinn, could just stop that, put a plug in it.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Leonard Taylor. I thought he looked really good in the preseason games, and even during training camp, he flashed as well. So I hope he gets an opportunity because the Jets' run defense has been a little bit of a problem through the first 2 games this year. So if they get him out there, and who knows, maybe he'll help clog up the middle, like you said.
The thing is though, like with run defense in the NFL, like you can get away with having like an average, below average run defense. Obviously you can't give up like 150 to like a running back every single week. Like let's hope they figured out their scheme, they got that out of the way. That was just like a one-time thing. I mean, you can get away with having like a mid-run defense. You just can't have a terrible pass defense. And I mean, we've shown for the past 2 years we've had a good pass defense. So, like we were saying, stack the box, make Brissett throw. And I really just want to see a fast start. Like that's really what I want to see.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Do you have a score prediction for this game?
As much as I would love a blowout, I would love a blow. I mean, I would love something like like a 30 something, maybe like 10, 30 something Jets, Patriots 10. I think it could be closer, maybe like 20, 24, 14 maybe. But I really just want to see us get out there, step on their throats, and just don't let up. Don't let them come back. Because
that sounds good to me.
That almost did that last year.
That's right. Brissett's played pretty well against the Jets defense the last 2 years. So he was the Browns quarterback in that crazy game in 2022. And then last year against Washington, he came in and looked really good. So I don't know. Is he like the kryptonite for this Jets defense?
I don't know, but we have Aaron Rodgers now. I'm just praying that he stays healthy. I'm going to say a prayer before the game. And I just really, really want to see a good game. And I just want to see us continue building on it. And, like Rodgers said, like we don't have to look, like world beaters week 1. At the end of like look at the Dolphins. The Dolphins have looked like one of the best teams in football the past 2 years for the first half of the season, and then they just come crashing down. And I mean, the past few years we started out kind of decent, but then came crashing down really badly too. But I just want us to continue building, and by the time it hits November, December, we're just playing some of our best football.
I like it. I like the sound of that. Abe, thank you for checking in. I hope you enjoy the game tonight.
Thank you, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
There we go. Good stuff. We got Doug back. Doug, you're back.
I just turned on Amazon Prime and they have like the wide shot, the pan shot of MetLife. Gotta say, 2 end zones look stunning. So much better than the old stuff with the Jets font. Like it looks stunning. Such an upgrade. The jerseys. I have an AVT jersey, but I can't wear it because it's the gross ones associated with the worst stretch of Jets football. So I need to get a new one, but like I do have a jersey. I don't want to wear it because it's associated with like the worst period in Jets history.
Who would you get for a new jersey?
I don't like getting that's what I got an AVT jersey because I don't like getting like the chalky jerseys that everybody gets. I think it's kind of like I like to have unique jerseys. Like everyone has like a Sauce jersey or a Garrett jersey or a Brees jersey or a Rodgers jersey. Like if I could get a custom jersey, I'd get one of Matt Hennessy, the long snapper, because that's like one no one has. I want like the rarest of rare jerseys.
One of my good friends who growing up had season tickets to the Jets. He would take me to a game every year, and he rocked a Nick Folk jersey anytime we'd go to a game. Like that's perfect.
I when Tanner Purdom was the long snapper, I wanted a Tanner Purdom. I want to be the person with a long snapper jersey because people are like, who the hell is 42? It's like it's the long snapper, no our team.
You might have to go on eBay and find like a James Dearth jersey, a real back in the day long snapper.
No, but like I would go like just get a custom jersey, and like I want to get one like that people don't have. You know, like everyone has the Rodgers, the Breeses, like that. I know he's only here for 1 year, but I get a Tyron Smith jersey.
Yeah, that's cool. If that's the thing, like, do you want it to be a longevity thing, or are you good if someone's one and done?
Like Tyron Smith, I think will be the exception for like the one and done guy. A lot of times, I have gotten a player's jersey and they have either sucked or they departed after. Like I got a Favre jersey.
Okay. Yep.
You know how that went. I had a Favre away jersey. That's like the only away jersey I ever had. I love our white jerseys. It was like they had. I had a Favre jersey. Then I got a Sanchez Titans jersey. It was good for a few years. It was good for a few years, and then we obviously know. I went to the Geno Smith's first game, and I think that's when Santonio Holmes was still on the team. So I got and they were giving away free Santonio Holmes jerseys. So if you signed up for something, so I got a Santonio Holmes jersey, and then that obviously ended poorly. And then let me think. And then the last jersey I ended up getting before the AVT jersey was the Jamal Adams jersey, the black jersey. And we obviously know how that ended as well. So I don't have a good luck.
Hunter says get a Braylon Allen jersey. That would be pretty cool if you rocked the 0.
That would be a good one. But it'd be kind of weird because like I'm older than him and I've never worn a jersey of someone that I'm older than.
Yeah, that's start. I mean, I have that with Garrett Wilson. Like I'm in my later 20s now. So these guys who are in their mid 20s, it's tough. It's weird.
It's not weird for me anymore because like I just turned 27. It's not weird to have football players for me. The first time it happened, it was definitely weird. But now as I'm getting older, it's not like weird to have football players. But
how about that? Pierre says I'm trying to get an O'Leary jersey. What about that? Would you rock a Matt O'Leary jersey?
People like shit on you. Oh, you have a custom jersey. That's pathetic. But then people say, oh, you wear another man's name on your back. So it's like pick a lane.
Yeah, that's so late. I hate that the tough guy. Oh, you wear another man's name on your back.
Yeah. But so I think if I were to get one, like I love Brees, but yeah, I would get a Braylon Allen jersey. But again, kind of weird that I'm like now I'm literally I'm 7 years older than him. It's weird.
Weird. Well, I mean, I know you're a hockey guy, so like when watching these kids get drafted who are born in like 2006, like that really freaks me out.
I worked security at a bar, and like you see like you see people under 21 who are 21 now are born in like 2003, and it's like that's weird. I don't want to sound bleak or anything, but like talking to people who were not alive for 9/11 and then just like told what it was and how it happened, it's kind of weird.
And no, that is strange. I used to work before I started doing this full time. I worked at a college and it was kind of the same thing. Like when you see that next generation coming in, like 18-year-olds in 2021, like they didn't know what that was firsthand.
And now I just feel old. Not that I'm old. Like I was always the oldest amongst my friend group, September birthday. So like I just feel old.
We got another Hunter came back with another great comment. So I want to toss this up while you're still here. My mom was gifted a 2019 Sam Ficken jersey. That is crazy.
The rare jerseys are cool to see. Like I live in Boston, so I go to Red Sox. I'll go to a couple Red Sox games with my friends, and we're like, let's try and find like the most peculiar jersey here. It's fun to just find out like the random ass jerseys that just don't belong.
Okay, you ready for my most random jersey that I have? Sione Puha.
Yeah, see, that's a good one. That's a
good random one though.
I would love to get like a random jersey like that. Like I long snapper is obviously a hard one to get, but like an offensive lineman or like a backup D tackle, like I would get a Leonard Taylor jersey because who else besides Leonard Taylor family is going to have a Leonard Taylor jersey?
That'd be really. They'd be like this kid's got to be related to.
Exactly.
Related to.
Look, we don't all look. Braden McGregor. He's from the town I used to work in Michigan, so maybe I'd get a Braden McGregor Jets jersey because who else has a Braden McGregor Jets jersey besides his family?
Yeah, no one. I can tell you that. Nobody. So yeah, if you want to be unique, I think that's the move.
It's more fun to be unique. Everyone has like the Rodgers, less unique one, but still a unique one. But like he might not be here after this year. Tyler Conklin, that can be a good one.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
But he might not be here after next year. So like, who knows? That's the tricky part. Like you got a jersey.
Okay. Wait, what about Michael Carter, the slot corner? He just signed a new contract.
There you go. That would be a good one. And also, I'm a Duke fan, so like that
I think we got your answer. I think you got to get a Michael Carter
jersey, because then they'd be like, "Oh my God, how did you get that jersey?" It's like, I know people. That was what I was going to say. But
now the last question is green, white, or black. Then what's the move?
I like getting the white jerseys because I feel like everyone has the green jerseys.
Got to be different.
Not a bad thing, but just everyone buys the green jerseys. So I would either like the white. I got the black one with the Jamal Adams jersey. Then I got the green one with the AVT. So I think I'd like the white jersey. It's a little bit crisper, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
I like the white and the green letters.
I like the white as well. So
well,
Doug, as always.
Sorry to bother you. I know other people want to call in, but it's happy to call in again. Talk about that jersey stuff and how amazing the field looks. Like it's the new logo. God, that old logo sucked.
It was so bad.
I was so hyped about the jerseys. Like, oh, because I think hindsight, I was just hyped because we had black jerseys. And I was like, oh, I always wanted black jerseys.
Me too.
And then I didn't realize how shitty they really looked. But because I was just so excited to have black jerseys for once.
I had 2 black jerseys of the last iteration: Robbie Anderson and Carl Lawson.
Chosen Anderson, what a guy!
Robbie Chosen, baby.
What a guy! All right, Matt, enjoy the game in like an hour or so. Let's go Jets.
Let's go Jets. Doug, as always, thank you so much. An electric phone call, going down memory lane a little bit, coming up with some great jerseys in here. I love it. I love it. Everyone in the chat too tossed it in there. My dad had a connection to Nick Foles' friend. I have a signed Nick Folk, jersey on my wall. That's pretty cool. Like, imagine just walking into a man cave and be like, listen, so the Jets had this kicker from like 2010 to 2015, 16-ish. Yeah, had to be. And here it is. Signed jersey on the wall. I love it. Good stuff. A Tanzel Smart jersey, Joe C says. That would also be a fun one. Tanzel Smart, the practice squad king, who sometimes gets elevated. I will say I'm really glad, while we're on the jersey conversation, I'm glad that the Jets are wearing green again, because they never wore their green jerseys like ever. Saleh didn't like them. Am I allowed to say that now? That was supposed to be like the hush hush thing, but it was the worst kept secret in the world. Robert Saleh didn't like the green jerseys. That's why they weren't wearing them the last few years. But I like that they wear green at home. The white on white is my favorite look of all time. And sometimes mixing that in at home is good, but having a green jersey that you like and that you wear again is really good things. Crossfire is hanging out with us. What's up, Crossfire? How you doing? Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoy the game tonight. We'll be seeing Crossfire in 10 days. He will be at the tailgate and the game as well, in the same row as me. So we got the tickets. If you were concerned about the Talking Jets outing tickets, that was sent out on Tuesday night. So you should check your emails if you haven't already and download your tickets. Modine, this is Modine's been cracking me up today. I can't even get mad at Modine. He was in the Talking Jets stream that I did with Jeremy from 3 to 4 o'clock, and he had me dying. But he says, I have a replica Super Bowl trophy signed by Tom Brady. Mo, again, least surprising thing. You make me laugh. I appreciate you. I really do. Omar is reporting live from MetLife Stadium. He says, I'm here at MetLife, first game since Zach Wilson's debut at home, expecting a much better performance by Rodgers. I would hope so. That was the 4 interception. I wish it was 4 touchdown, 4 interception day. I was sitting with Green Bean and my then girlfriend, now fiance Taylor, up in the upper deck of MetLife Stadium, absolutely cooking alive. That was one of the worst sunburns I ever got. And then I sat in traffic on the way home. The next year, 2022, was the infamous 4-hour back to Long Island trek that made me say, I'm getting a hotel anytime I go to these Jet games again. I can't continue to do this 4-hour commute home, especially when it was like at the time 40 minutes for me to get to MetLife. So I will be staying over on Sunday next week. Tony, the GM, said I stopped buying jerseys. The players walk in free agency the year after. Totally fair. I don't blame you on that one. Johnny Rep says only wear Gastineau. Now it's viewed as allowed. I like it. I like the Mark Gastineau jerseys. The 99 is such a cool number. Really, really good number. Gastineau, obviously before my time, but cool Jet. I loved anytime like seeing the pictures of him, or my dad has a great Mark Gastineau story. So not a secret. I grew up not very far from Hofstra University, where the Jets used to practice. And one time, I guess it was after practice, but my dad was driving on Hempstead Turnpike, which is right by Hofstra, and he saw Mark Gastineau rocking his practice 99 jersey in his convertible, talking on his car phone, which was like, that was a new thing at the time. Like, it's like, oh my God, they got a car phone, talking on the car phone. So that is that is just so Gastineau. Oh, look at this. Hunter says Gastineau lives by me. I've seen him at a local restaurant all the time. Good stuff. Glad to see that. I know he's not like in the best of health. Of at least that's what I believe. I could be wrong. You can let me know if I'm wrong on that. But glad to see him out and about and living his life. Living his life. My guy. All right. So he's not with me here, but we got. Hold on. Let me share this. Pull it up here. Connor Long and Justin Pugh. We got the what jersey is that? That's 29. Is that a Tony Adams jersey? I guess. And he's rocking the Round Table Sports hat. Connor, an absolute legend. Things you just absolutely love to see. Connor, hope you enjoy the game if you're watching this somehow. Good stuff. Billy SBC, you're talking my language here. Nassau Coliseum should be the new Jet Stadium. I know the Jersey folks wouldn't like that for selfish reasons. That would be the best thing to ever happen to me. I would be much more willing to go to games. It's not a 7-minute drive for me anymore, but it's maybe 20 minutes from where I am. I'll do a 20-minute commute. Absolutely. 29 is JBC. That's a good point. 22 is Tony Adams. So what jersey? I don't know. Maybe it's a custom jersey. We got to go back to this picture. I know it's a selfie, so maybe it's a custom. Don't know. If he's rocking a Bernard Converse jersey, that's pretty electric factory. We also have.
All right, I'm here with my boy Connor. It's Justin Pugh. We're here for Jets fan for a day. Got to tune into his podcast right here. I got to come on the podcast now, baby. Let's do
it. I love it. Good stuff. That makes me very happy. Connor's a legend. He's going to do big things in this industry. I wish I got started at as young of age as Connor, but I did not have the head on my shoulders that he does. I was too busy playing Call of Duty or watching Sports Nation after school. That's what I did. I should have been making content. Oh, Dano says, I think it's Quincy. The numbers were mirrored. I think that makes significantly more sense. That makes it significantly more sense. Yeah, that's got to be Quincy Williams. Dano, I think you nailed it. So David Hall says, go Jets. Thank you. I just wanted to pull up Jet Fan 17's comment. We'll go back to it. I pulled the inactive list up earlier, but it's a good thing to know. So we'll pull that back up. Max Mitchell, Carter Warren, Izzy Abanikanda, Eric Watts, Jarek Bernard Converse, and CJ Mosley are your inactives for this one. Not a surprise with Mosley. We'll expect to see a lot of Jamie and Sherwood in this game. And then just from Leonard Taylor's side of things, like people are very excited about him making his regular season debut, a standout from training camp. He also played well in the preseason. We'll see what kind of role he has against New England and their banged up offensive linemen. They're out. Their left tackle and left guard is out. I know it only fits 16 people. They would have to knock it down and build a new stadium. But there's a big empty parking lot right there. So you are correct though that if they play in the Coliseum, clearly that would not work. Although the New York Dragons used to play that. Ryan says, "Hey Matt, I bought a Jamal Adams jersey and that same offseason he was traded. Haven't bought one since." I can't say that I blame you on that one. That was jarring. I had one that was gifted to me, that was then gifted to the church donation bin. Some jerseys have made their way, especially in the move. I brought a lot of jerseys. I don't know if you could actually hang on. Let me do. Is this working? Yeah, it is, but it doesn't look 100% right. Give me a second. I'll show you my jersey collection. There you go. Those are all my jerseys in there. So I brought a good amount, but we also got a ton that ended up being donated to the church. Yeah, Dave says, "Can we break down some individual matchups?" Yeah, what individual matchups are standing out to you, Dave? For me, the big thing I'm looking at, and I tweeted it, and humble brag, but my guy Jermaine Johnson ended up liking this tweet. But this is the matchup I'm most looking forward to: Will McDonald going up against rookie tackle Caden Wallace. So Caden Wallace is slated to start at left tackle because the Patriots are without their starting left tackle and left guard. So that's one of the matchups that I'm really looking forward to. Dano also says our interior defensive line versus their interior offensive line. Yeah, with the left guard out as well, you would think that Quinnen Williams could potentially have a big day, or Javon Kinlaw or Leonard Taylor, right? Like Taylor is dressed. I would hope they get him on the field. And it's been a relatively quiet first two games for Quinnen Williams. I've seen a lot of overreaction to that. I am not going to be one of those guys. I think he eats up a ton of double teams. He, does some of the dirty work that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. So like, this is like, don't take that as a gripe against Quinnen Williams' play. But he has been quiet in the pressure and sack department. Mike D's Nuts, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. He says, "I got Darnold, Bell, and Adams all signed. All are gone from the team." I'm sure this is saying. So that would be at the time. I'm talking in like 2019. You had to be so amped that you had all those signed. I had a jersey. I had a jersey from each one of those guys as well. Not signed though. Darnold I bought before he ever played a snap, which was a mistake. I did the same thing with Zach Wilson. I should have learned the first time. Le'Veon Bell got before he played a snap. Jamal Adams was a gift after his 2018 season. So I wore it in 2019, his last year with the Jets, and then he was traded away. But all good jerseys at the time. Dano says, "Matt, do you think JJ is serious about returning in January? Not if it's possible, but would someone not talk him out of it because of his youth?" That makes me a little bit nervous, honestly, Dano. Like, defensive line is a little bit different than like Aaron Rodgers playing out of the pistol offense. So he might be doing it for the same reason that Rodgers did in a way, and trying to keep that like positive mindset and give himself a goal to work towards. But I don't think I want to rush him back to play in January. That really worries me. And scares me a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. So I would say no. The food is starting to smell good downstairs. I'm going to have to wrap this up in about 10 minutes because I am hungry, and I got pulled chicken in the crock pot, barbecue chicken with the Nick Mangold sauce. I'm very excited to get into that. Johnny says, "I spoke to a couple Eagles season ticket holders yesterday. They would gladly give us a Huff and our third back for Reddick." I would do that as well. I know, listen, I get it. Like, Huff has not looked good through his first two games as a Philadelphia Eagle. Some of that has to be on him. Some of it could be on the scheme as well. Vic Fangio, I don't know. He kind of wears out his welcome pretty quick, it feels like. And his defenses hasn't been as strong since he's left Chicago, honestly. So I would do it. I don't think it's actually going to happen though. They gave him too much money. They're not going to bail out on that, that quickly, but Adonis is hanging with us. He says, yo, Mattio, are you ready for this W? I am ready for a Jets win over the Patriots that we can all be excited about, because the last time the Jets beat the Patriots, final week of the year, half the fan base was upset because the Jets won and it took them out of Joe Alton, Olu Fashanu territory. And then guess what? The Jets end up drafting Olu Fashanu after trading down to pick 11. So it is what it is. Adam says free Braylon. Is he going to be free in this one? I would think he gets a decent amount of carry. I'm going to say maybe 10 carries today for Braylon Allen, or 10 touches. I strike that from the record. Not 10 carries, 10 touches. We'll say like 7 carries, 3 catches. Why not? Charlie, good point here. Says, would love to see a Sauce interception. He's overdue. He is overdue for an interception. And plus, that would shut up some of the haters a little bit. So many people get on Sauce Gardner for not getting interceptions, but that's not indicative to me of how well a cornerback is playing. If you're taking away a wide receiver out of the game because he's not being targeted, to me, that's just as valuable. A lot of the high interception guys are very streaky corners, like Deron Bland last year. Ton of picks, let up some big yards. Trayvon Diggs earlier in his career let up almost 1,000 receiving yards. So I know these interceptions could be good, but it also means that you're being targeted a lot. I got to pull this tweet up that Green and White Militia just tweeted at me. This is fantastic. So he says, out of work and home for the Jets game with my kids, maybe the wife, doubtful, repping, talking Jets. Love that. Matt O'Leary, Jets Talk 24/7, being the Jets fan. Monkey shirt for the game. Jet up, baby. Need a 10+ point win for my health. I love that helmet. Is badass. The carbon fiber with the Jets on the side. Dude, hell yeah. It's got me pumped up for this one. I'm going to give that a like and a retweet. That's pretty epic. Tony Alexio wants to unleash Mike Williams. He only has 1 catch so far through 2 games. I think tonight's the night we get to see him catch some more passes. That's going to be my prediction. Maybe 3 catches for 42 yards, and maybe he gets in the end zone. Let's say a Mike Williams touchdown as well. Colin says, think this is a game Rodgers and Wilson show the training camp chemistry. I hope so, because it's been relatively quiet for Garrett. He hasn't gotten in the end zone yet, which is, I would say that's surprising to me. I thought he would have gotten in the end zone by now. Rodgers has 3 passing touchdowns. The Jets have 4 passing touchdowns on the year, and Garrett doesn't have one. That's strange. But he has 60 yards in week 1, 57 in week 2. I'd like to see him get over 100. That'd be good. Time for a few more in here before I hop out. Jet Fan 17 says, do you think Brees and Braylon are going to split reps tonight? I think it'll be similar to what the splits were from last week. So I'll pull it up on here. Oh, wrong tab. Brees played 72%. Allen played 35%. So 41 snaps versus 20. I think you're going to see a similar split to that. And then in terms of what their running game was like for that, go to this tab and scroll her down. I believe it was 14 for Brees, 7 for Braylon. I don't know why this is all jumpy over here, but yeah, about 7 carries and maybe 15 for Brees Hall in this game. Tyler's nervous, saying it might be a trap game. Saleh on a short week. I don't know. Robert Saleh hasn't won a Thursday night game yet as the Jets head coach. So that's something that I really hope changes, because that's unacceptable. The Jets are a better team, and it's your home opener. This shouldn't be a trap game. If you want to say like Minnesota in London before the Buffalo game is a trap game, or maybe like the Steelers on the road as a trap game. Like that's an acceptable one where if they lose, I'd be upset, but I get it. This one, it would just be completely upset. Mr. Downtown says, can Aaron throw to some tight ends and spread the ball to players besides Lazard and Wilson? I would like Tyler Conklin is another guy who only has one catch this year. That's got to change too. They haven't thrown the ball a ton, 21 times and 30 times, 51 total in their first 2 games. So that's 25 and a half on average. That number has got to be up around 30 today. 30 to 35 actually. Strike that 35. Oh, this is a hot take. I got a kick return touchdown from Xavier Gibson tonight, says Sean. That would be a stellar one. We got to go back to the phone lines. We have a legend waiting in the wings. Our man, Gator. Gator, how's it going, my friend?
Good, man. I'm starting to get excited. Countdown, right? We're about there.
Almost about 45 minutes to kickoff.
Yep. I'm going to be standing from the first snap of the ball, probably until the clock goes 0. Sit at halftime. That's about it. But yeah, I am excited.
You can rest at halftime. You got work to do in the first half and the second half. I love the man cave, by the way. The Funko Pops are incredible.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do collect them. They're starting to pile up. I'm running out of room. But yeah, especially with my latest one, the Aaron, even though it just came out and it's last year's uniform, which is stupid. But
yeah, that's one of the things that would bug me slightly. But it's look, you got to, if an Aaron Funko Pop hits the market, that's one you got to get.
Yep, I'll take it. But yeah, man, I'm all excited. Unlike you, I think it's going to be a blowout. I think tonight's our coming out party. I think that we're going to hit on all cylinders. We're going to be comfortable for the first time in 2 games because we're home. We are, we've got a history of getting beaten up by this team. And I think tonight you're going to see the New York Jets hit on all cylinders across the board. And we're going to punish this team for the first time in way too long. And you're going to see the real team. This is our coming out party tonight. And I really believe that this is going to be an absolute bloodbath. And we're going to see Rodgers go off. And we're going to see all of our playmakers go off. And I'm sure of it. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit the 40s tonight and we keep these guys under 20. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at an absolute bloodbath. Let's do it.
I hope you're right, Gator. And I have a confession that I haven't said yet on any show I've done today or any stream. I am watching this game with a Patriots fan. So I need the Jets to not only win, because I don't want to lose to and have my buddy who's a Pats fan here with me, but if they put up 40 on the Patriots with my Patriots, my spoiled ass Pats fan friend who's downstairs, I hear him yapping already. I need this like I need air to breathe, Gator.
They have no receivers. I mean, Hunter Henry is what? He's like probably their best pass catcher. And yeah, we struggle a little with the tight ends. And Ramondre is going to get his, he's going to get some yards. But, I mean, they just don't have the weapons on offense to score points, and we can rip apart their defense. I'm not worried about that. I mean, the only reason that our offense put up 3 touchdowns 2 weeks in a row, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's against, pretty good defenses too, right? I mean, the number 1 defense perhaps. And, we are going to gel at home. We're going to be relaxed. It's going to be fun. I'm ready to go, and I hope everybody else is. This, when I hear the predictions of it being like a 1-score game, no. Let's put this team has a habit of kind of laying back when they get a lead, when they get that 1-score lead. We start to play, careful. Let's put our foot on the pedal for the first time as a Jets fan. I want to see us run the score up like we're playing Belichick. Run it up. And just I don't care what the score is in the fourth quarter. Put another one. Let's blow them out.
I love it. How about like 350 yards and 4 touchdowns from Rodgers today? How about that?
Blow it up. I'm ready. I'm just so pumped, and I have no doubt that we're going to blow it up. But let's come away with it without injuries. That's the key too, because it seems
another
like
big one.
Every freaking game, it seems like somebody goes down. So let's keep our fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
Gator, I appreciate you. I think that's a perfect way to end the show, with a lot of positivity right there. So enjoy the game, my friend, and I always love hearing from you, checking in.
You too, brother. Be well.
Oh, love it. Good stuff from our guy Gator. That's going to do it for us on this stream, Jet fans. So make sure before you go, if you haven't yet, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll be catching you next time. Go Jets.